Hello everyone, in the series of learning C programming, today we will see Introduction to Programming. In this session, we will see what is program, why do we write programs, and why we use programming language. Okay, so let us begin. See, we all use computers just to perform tasks. So our task gets done easily and efficiently. Let us take an example. I want to perform addition of two numbers. Okay, so how to perform the addition of two numbers? Let's take an example. I want to perform anything 1000 plus 4975, and I don't know how to perform the addition, and I want to perform this addition just by the computer. Okay, so what I'll do, I will write a set of instructions in the form of command. Let's say I will write first instruction, like I will give input to the computer. Second instruction I will write is I will write a logic to add this two number. Third one, I will write instruction which will provide us output, right? So what all are this? All these are set of instructions. Okay, and this set of instructions is called a program, right? So program is a set of instruction which programmer writes just to perform task. Okay, so whenever we use computer, it actually consists of two types of softwares. One is system software and another is application software. Okay, so what is this system software? The duty of system software is just to manage the resources of computer. Now what all are these resources? Resources are hardware resources. Let's take an example like memory, input output device management, process management. Okay, so all these are managed by operating system, and this operating system is an example of system software, right? So the example of system software is operating system, device drivers. So whenever we are using any mouse or computer or any hardware device which we port it into our PC or laptop, at that time we need device drivers which provide support for the usage of that particular hardware, right? So all these are device driver, operating system. These are called system software whose responsibility is to manage the resources of the computer, right? Same way, what is application software? Application software performs the user specific task. Like if there are internet user, then they are using browsers like Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Google Chrome. All these are the browsers. Now there are some users who are using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. So they are using MS Office, right? So these are the example of these are the examples of application softwares, right? So how this system software and application softwares are designed, what they actually contains? So they are actually containing set of programs, and this set of program contains the set of instructions, right? Okay, so our computer is actually run by this softwares. system softwares or application softwares, right? It actually run by programs, and these programs are the set of instructions. And how these programs are written? These programs are actually written in programming language. Here we are going to study C language, okay? Now, once we write a program, then our task is done? Of course not. What we need to understand, we have to understand the execution of that particular program. How this program is getting executed by the computer, that we need to understand. Okay, so let's take a look on it. Okay, so our computer only understand zeros and ones, and that zeros and ones is nothing but it's a binary language. As we all have our own native language, the same way computer has its own native language, and it's called a binary language, right? And it is also called the machine code. Okay, so if we are writing a program in C language or C++ or Java, we have to convert that program into machine language. Okay, I mean into zeros and ones, right? So to convert that program which we are writing it into C, C++ or Java into machine language, we need several translators. Okay, so one question will arise in our mind: why don't we write program directly into binary language or in machine code? So let us see what is the difficulty we will face while we are writing the binary code or binary or machine code just to perform the addition of two numbers. See, let's take an example. I want to perform the addition of two numbers. Now I want to write the code in binary language. Okay, so just to perform the addition of 10 plus 12, the instruction set is containing 20 bits. Okay, just consider this is the 20 bits, in which first 4 bits will be for the opcode. Here, see, this instruction set or this command or the program which we write is just we are writing for the CPU, which is executing the instruction set of 20 bits. Okay, so here the first 4 bit will be for the opcode, which is for the operation. Here we are going to perform the operation addition, so this code will be for the addition. Okay, next 8 bit will be for the first operand. Here operand we are calling 10, 12. You will learn this in the subject computer organization and architecture. And another 8 bits will be for the second operand, right? So here the length of the instruction set is 20 bits. Okay, now I want to execute this program on another CPU, CPU2, which is executing the instruction sets of 32 bits. Okay, so here the command which you have written just to perform the addition of two numbers will be changed, because it is executing the instruction set which is containing 32 bits. So there might be 8 bits for the opcode and another let us say 12 bits for the first operand and another 12 bits for the second operand, which is different from this CPU to this CPU. So just to perform the execution of this particular program, we have to change the entire code. Okay, as well as the any misplacement of a single bit will gives you the incorrect result. And that is why the binary language is very difficult to learn. Okay, as we have seen, if we are writing a instruction sorry, which is executing on CPU, which is 20 bits, which containing 20 bits length, will not work on another CPU which is executing the instruction set of 32 bits. And that is why this machine language is a machine dependent. We have to write the same program just to perform the addition of two number all over again for the CPU 2. Okay, that is why this is machine dependent. And just to overcome this, another language, assembly language, came into picture. See, in assembly language, what happens? Just to write 10 plus 2, here we are using this code just to perform the addition. This 1100, what it represent? It represent plus sign. Okay, so the code to write or to perform particular operation is reduced at some extent, because in assembly language we are using some mnemonics. Like if I want to perform the addition of two numbers, then I have a code like add. If I want to perform the subtraction, then I have a code sub. If I want to move from one register to another register, then I have a code mov. But same problem, this assembly language is also machine dependent. If we write a code to execute this onto one machine, will not get executed on the another machine. Why? Because of the processor architecture, because of the CPU architecture. Here it is executing the set instruction which is of 20 bits. Here it is executing the instruction which is 32 bits. And that is why the language called high level language get introduced. Okay, so C is also one kind of high level language which we will see in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.